it's too late. It's too late for that. Stop it. Stop it. Welcome, social media viewers. Uncle Henry here on Friday Night with Uncle Henry. By the way, if you've never seen me before, Uncle Henry on News Radio 710 WNTM. And now you can hear me every weekday from 10 until 2 on 95 KSJ. Yeah. Yes, indeed. People ask me, what is it like to be put on 95 KSJ after being on News Radio 710 for 15 years? It's like getting out of jail. That's what it's like. Yes, I'm back on FM radio. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, look, tonight's show is spectacular. We have as our special guest, William Bill E. Stitt. It's a guy who invented a certain type of bacon. So we're going to talk about bacon making, all of that as the program goes on. And also, our musical guest is Sock Cop. Yeah. How about that? Now, before we go any further, we want to thank the support team, all the people that donated money to make this show possible. Thank you to all the executive producers that donated to the show. Becky and Jerome Lockwood, they're here right now. Uncle Doug Faust, Ben Griffin, Rick Henry's here right now. Mr. and Mrs. Pickles, Ron Reams. Ron Reams is still aware of his surroundings, and thank you, Ron Reams. Jeffrey Wimmer, thank you. Wendy Ginn, Dan Thompson, Bama Big Man and Mrs. Bama Big Man, get well soon. Reagan Girl, thank you, Reagan Girl. She's here tonight. Snake Trapper, Bridget Jerkins of Royal Street Barber, John Aiken, Dorothy Doc Clayton, Cheryl Gwynn, that's Johnny Gwynn's mama, Frida Schnitzler and Alan Cario, Carmen Brown, Matt Big Head Green, thank you, Matt. Hank Eubanks, Aunt Karen Simmons, of course, Tracy Moscalo, Richard Harvey, Wendy Lynn Norris, Mary McBride Schmidt. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you'd like there to be more Friday night shows, please go to PayPal. Look for Deep Fried Live on PayPal, donate there. Go to Venmo.com, Deep Fried Live, donate there for more Friday night shows. Yes, Johnny Gwynn.
I would like to say I did not have time to change all the executive producers. You know, if you donate money, you become an executive producer of the show.
Yes.
So you get credit for last 2 seasons, everybody. Congratulations. You carried over
your money
into the comeback.
As the economy is being destroyed, we've decided to take your previous donations and add value to them.
It's a stimulus.
We're adding value. Yes, as corporate America and our government both work to destroy us, we're adding value. Remember us in the New World Order, please. All right, now, before we get to our guest, you may wonder, why did it take us so long to come back on the show? The last time we did a show was in June of last year. Why did it take so long to get back on the internet with this show? We're going to tell you right now. Well, first reason is our long COVID side effects included a loss of our sense of humor. That's what COVID did to us. Also, an anonymous sponsor paid us handsomely not to do the show. By the way, I will retire permanently for a sum of $3.5 million.
That's a good number. It's a good number.
All right. Also, Johnny Gwynn had to take a second job on nights and weekends to pay for his crypto problem.
Yes,
Dan the sound man, he got emotionally devastated when the Senior Bowl disrespected the Isaiah Trailmaids. Avoiding longtime show fan Doug Kilbourne's threatening voicemails. He kept trying to get us to put that shark guy back on the show.
Go back and watch it.
Yeah, go back and watch that show. Also, we had a horrific and violent Uncle Henry live audience insurrection in June of 2021, and we were kind of ashamed of that. In fact, Bama Big Man was the ringleader.
You notice he's not here tonight.
That's why he's not here tonight. He's still awaiting charges. The city decided to relocate Bienville Square squirrels to the county, and when they did that, they accidentally relocated my hairpiece. And it took me a while, supply chain issues for a new hairpiece. We had the realization that this show peaked with the Bob Grip episode. That's why we didn't come back. Another reason is that we pawned all of our equipment to buy gas and groceries. And most importantly, over the last several weeks, we really needed to make sure that we bulletproofed our studio so that we could safely broadcast from here. Now, and also I needed months of remedial DJ training for my new gig on 95 KSJ.
Yeah.
Yes, Johnny Gwynn?
There's a missing reason. Container Boy and screen caller.
Yeah, well, yes. Joe, one of our container boys, we have Dan the Sandman and also Joe. Joe has been hiding from process servers. Didn't want him to find him. All right, look, what a pleasure it is to be here. We can't wait to get to Bill E. of Bill E's Bacon. But we do want to address a major elephant in the room from Mobile, Alabama, and that is the violent crime. Our community is being ruined by all the violent crime going on. You can't even drive from the loop to government without some type of rolling shootout. And so we've come up with ways to fix Mobile's violent crime wave. I don't want to be like some city officials and point a finger of blame at others. We want to come up with solutions to the problem. So here are the solutions. How to fix Mobile's violent crime wave. Number one, we think we should play the calming music of Zamfir. We should play the music of Zamfir, master of the pan flute, at all major intersections and public parks. We also want to put up billboards with big smiley faces on them because that will subliminally make people happier. Also, we want to offer free veterinarian-approved thunder shirts for local teens and adults. If they'll calm down a German Shepherd, why not an angry, violent teen? Also, repeat offenders win a one-way bus ticket to Jacksonville, Atlanta, or New Orleans.
Win.
Yes. We would like to infuse the calming and legalized Delta 8 CBD into our local tap water. By the way, the person that did this graphic had taken a Delta 8 and forgot the R.
I did.
Forgot the R.
I did.
If they take the Delta 8 in their tap water, they'll forget the bullets. Also, city officials, we want them to threaten, if we have no peace, then no moon pie drop. Here's another solution. Repurpose the Gulf Quest Maritime Museum and make it the Gulf Quest City Jail. And nobody wants to go to the Gulf Quest Maritime Museum. Do you get it? Yes. Also, replace the current catch and release judicial system with Thunderdome justice.
Yes.
In fact, that might also solve the Ladd Stadium problem. Local gun buyback program using the irresistible Bill E's Bacon. Yes. You turn in your guns and we give you some Bill E's Bacon. And at that point, it's a lovely way to introduce our guest for tonight. Please welcome Bill E. Bill E., thank you so much for coming over here and being on Friday Night with Uncle Henry.
I'm ecstatic about being here.
It's kind of radiating off of you.
I'm just glowing.
Now, Bill E., how did you get into the bacon business?
It's a long story.
We'll condense it down to a couple of seconds.
Well, I've always liked bacon. And I made it quite a bit when I was younger and through college and later in my life. And then when I opened my little restaurant, I started making a whole bunch of it.
Bill E., you made it in college. Now, how do you get the idea, I want to try and make bacon?
Well, a lot of guys found ways to get girls to go out with them. Bacon was about the only way I could make it happen.
Wow. Did it take a long time to figure out how to make bacon?
No, not at all. I just had to take the time and be willing to wait quite a few days to get it cured.
Okay, well, it's been amazing. In fact, it wins awards. People talk about it all the time. In fact, you won awards. Is this an award?
That is one of my desserts, a little chocolate and bacon mixed together. It's pretty popular. It's called the Billy's Chocolate Belly.
Woo, the Billy's Chocolate Belly. What is the Billy's Chocolate Belly?
Salted caramel brownie, confit pork belly bites, pressed together in a little checkerboard. So you can't really tell whether you're about to dig in and get chocolate or bacon. And then I put a bourbon brown sugar glaze on top of it. Woo. And a confited Bordeaux cherry.
Now, is this available at Bill E.'s, the restaurant on 181 in Fairhope?
It is. And to quote my good friend from Yazoo City, it'll make a little dog break a big chain.
This is good. Yeah. You're the first guest to quote Jerry Clower on the program. When does Bill E.'s close?
Well, we're closed at 9 on weeknights and 10 on weekends.
All right. So there's still time for those viewers on the Eastern Shore to go get that dessert.
That's right.
Now, tell us, we've got pictures of you. Is this you as a pre-bacon youth?
I was thinking about food at an early age, yeah, and those pants would really tell you about how serious I was about being a salesman. Notice I'm holding a pigskin there.
I see
in the
that.
Football picture. So bacon's always been in my mind.
Where'd you play football?
Manchester Academy, the Mighty Mavericks.
Okay. Did you play at the collegiate level?
I did not.
Okay. Well, and I'm glad because you probably wouldn't have made bacon if you did.
You're probably right. You're probably right.
Now, we've got a newspaper clip of you. Is this you eating a bug?
That is. I was really hungry as a child. And yes, I ate a grasshopper, and I made it in the newspaper. Pretty interesting.
Can I say times were simpler back then in the newspaper?
Yes, they were.
Boy eats a grasshopper, he makes the paper.
Yazoo City, Mississippi. It's big news. Big news.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Now, by the way, a reminder that we do have phone calls coming up here in just a few minutes, and we have a new phone number. Okay. So the phone lines are not open yet, but you, the viewer, I know some people are watching at home, some people from a bar. Write this down. This will be the new phone number, 244-3109. Write that down. The phone lines will be opening up soon for me and Bill E. Now, tell me what I'm looking at here.
Oh, wow. That is my lovely daughter, Helen Hansen. She is the greatest and has spent so many times backing me up at events and just my biggest fan. And she's actually here tonight. Yeah.
Well, fantastic. Wonderful to have the family here supporting you as you talk about Bill E.'s Small Batch Bacon and Bill E.'s Restaurant. Johnny Gwynn?
The intention here was catering.
Oh, yes, I do a little catering. I'm not scared.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll show up in your car, your yacht, your house, your jet airplane, wherever you need me.
Wow.
I like to cook.
All right. I want to look, and these are some pictures of your delicious bacon. Hey. Now, there are some people watching that have never tried it. A lot of us have tried it, of course, and even Johnny Gwynn had made a quest to give it as gifts at holidays.
Right. Best gifts ever.
So can you talk a little bit about what's different about it versus the bacon we buy that are the big mass-produced bacon?
Gladly. I like to consider it a center-of-the-plate premium protein. I don't like it to be covered up in so much smoke that you forget it's pork. I also don't like to bury it in crazy flavors and add-ons that, again, you forget it's pork. I want someone who's creating a recipe like a chef or a home cook. When they add it to their recipe, it to still be their recipe. And I feel like I accomplished that. And it's treat it like a piece of ham. Don't overcook it. Crispy bacon's burned bacon. Remember that.
Okay.
So treat it like a piece of ham. buy the unsliced if you really want to have a good time with it. That's a lot more fun.
Is it difficult to make it consistent and make it taste the same from week to week?
Well, we've pretty much got that down to a science. We're real picky about the pigs we work with. I like a Berkshire Red, a Chantilly White. I want to know that there's no hormones, no growth antibiotics. I want to know that they can go outside and play in the clover or go inside and write in coloring books. I want to make sure they're treated right.
Now, you're talking about pigs like they're bottles of wine.
They are bottles of wine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have any of you heard of different pig varieties like this?
Yes.
Oh, of course, Ron Reams has. All right, but the rest of us haven't. Ron, we're not educated like Ron went to college. We don't know about all this. Now, I mentioned your restaurant. It was the old 27 Grill,
right.
And now it's Bill E's.
That's right.
Now, this is going to sound ridiculous to everyone but me, but one of my favorite things at your restaurant is the simple lettuce wedge.
It's great. We take a great head of romaine, and we cut it in half if they're really big, half if they're really small, or quarters if they're a little bigger. Brush it with a little olive oil and just grill it lightly. It brings a little nutty flavor out and accepts the dressing so much better. We put a blue cheese, a house-made ranch, and a little Asian sweet ginger on it.
Was it difficult to transition the name of the restaurant? Did people pay attention at all?
Yeah, it really wasn't. I was going to be Billy's in the beginning, but a guy painted on a piece of tin, old 27 Grill, so I DBA'd it. So I didn't have to do anything legally. Everything's always been Billy's LLC. But as the restaurant kind of progressed, I wanted to be this crazy little hamburger joint where you just kind of came in and went up to the counter and ordered. But then I started making the bacon, and then people would come in. I didn't even know you had a restaurant. I said, that's it. Everything's Billy's now. Mm-hmm. So 2 companies, but Billy's Restaurant and Billy's Small Batch Bacon.
And you make the bacon at right next to the restaurant, there at the restaurant.
Right behind the stage, so it gets sung to by songwriters. Right now, the Levin brothers are singing to my bacon.
Wow.
Yeah.
You came here and didn't see them?
Sometimes you got to be in the right place.
Look at this. Look at this
How about
guy.
that? How about that?
Thank you.
Now, you had your hand up.
Well, yes, because there's a whole thing in the back part of the montage of pictures that shows where he makes it, just letting you know.
Right, well, thank you very much. We're looking at the beautiful food at Bill E's.
Those are our 3 salads.
Yeah.
Now,
Yes, and
I have been to this restaurant on numerous occasions, both when I lived in Mobile, I would make the trip, and also now that I'm on the Eastern Shore. It's a great place to have a meal, it really is. And we talked about gift giving.
Yes.
People love getting this bacon.
Give the gift of bacon.
They can buy it at your restaurant. Where else?
Lots of local grocery stores and many more coming soon. We're in
Many more coming soon.
Many more coming soon. And we're a whole lot want it. We're just trying to make sure we can make it fast enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to, and you talked about how it's serenaded by the songwriters. I want to ask you, wait, before we get to that awful stuff. We're going to get to that awful stuff in a minute. You blessed me by showing me one day, you gave me a brief tour and showed me how the bacon is made.
Yes.
For those that don't know about the making of bacon, you have the federal government there every day, don't you?
We are. We're a USDA inspected facility, and it's been wonderful. There's a reason everybody doesn't make meat to resell. I mean, you got to jump through some hoops, and I'm a firm believer in the way those guys operate, and I couldn't make it without them. So I'm honored to have them there with us, and that's the reason. When you see that USDA stamp on any meat, you know that it's been made right.
Now, we all need to remember that in modern times especially, we need to tell the government, we're honored to work with you, government. Thank you so much for all your help. But is that, so that gives you a backup, make sure that everything is okay when the bacon goes out?
It does. There are constantly checks and balances in place, and we're following, critical control points. We're checking all the possibilities to keep things from happening. Yeah.
Now, we've got pictures. These are advertisements.
That advertisement actually never really made it anywhere, but thank you for sharing that. A photographer, when we started the branding, the guy said, "Man, I got an idea for your bacon." I said, "Man, I don't have any money." And he showed me this thing, and he goes, "I want to put it in some kind of photography magazine for marketing." And he like won first place in the world or
All
something
right, so
like that.
this guy won an award for what he created, but
Right.
you didn't use it yourself.
I keep those pictures kind of close.
Good, because this looks like something from Babylon before it
They're
fell.
creepy and dark.
It does.
But,
this is the way the ancient Babylonians advertised before Babylon fell.
You know, I got to compliment the guy. They are amazing, but they're a little creepy. So.
Okay, yeah, it was very disconcerting for Johnny Gwynn to put that in there.
Well, I'm an advertising guy, so I saw that in Archive magazine. That's
I got to call the guy tomorrow. He's probably going to call me and want to know, whoa.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you just discounted his award when you said we didn't pay for it. So.
That's right.
Now, what are we looking at here, Billy?
Well, that's my son and my daughter. So that was the day we opened. That is Crawford Stitt and Helen Hanson Smith now. And they're my heart. They're everything. And of course, that's my little black and white face that's pictured on the menu.
Or is your family required to eat the bacon?
They are not, but they do.
Okay, yeah. You explain to them. This bacon pays for this and this bacon pays for that.
They get mad because usually I try to grab a pack and take it home, and it gets sold before I get home. So.
Oh no! Hey, there's a compliment.
It's kind of interesting. Yeah.
Now, you came here tonight with no discernible odor.
Well,
which is good. And I appreciate that.
I've been working on that.
I can't say the same for some of the people watching in the audience.
I agree. Yeah.
Hey, I was only talking about Leanna. But do you ever go around smelling like bacon?
Quite a bit. I like to do my little roundabout around Fairhope and visit all the other little haunts and restaurants and watering holes, and I tend to have a pork aroma sometime.
All right, so as the guy that's in charge of bacon, wait, before we get to that, what are the most frequent things people ask you about bacon?
First, it's why bacon, and why not is the answer.
Exactly.
Okay.
And you know, they want to know, do I raise the pigs? Am I a farmer? And the answer is no. I don't have the time or the space. So I want to encourage farmers to grow hogs for me. They ask me, why'd you change the name of the restaurant all the time? But that's a great question because it's fun to tell. Mm-hmm. And the answer is simple. I just wanted to simplify things and get things clean.
Well, that's, it's not Highway 27 anymore.
No, very few people know what 27 means anymore. Yeah. It's 181 now. Yeah.
All right. Now, what are you doing there?
My son and I are avid scuba divers. Mm-hmm. And we've got a little 13-foot Boston whaler. And he said, let's go out to 3 Mile barge. I was like, all right. So we go out in a 13-foot boat to 3 Mile barge in Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, that is. And
wait, you went 3 miles out in the Gulf of Mexico?
Oh, yeah.
On a 13-foot boat?
Oh, yeah.
Good thing you had scuba with you.
And we had a great time.
Woo.
And we wanted to go see that big fish that was in that barge down there. And we had the best time. So that's just one of my adventures.
You scuba dive a lot?
I used to, quite a bit. When I was at Ole Miss, it was one of the classes. My brother was a senior and I was a freshman, and we decided to take 2 classes together before he graduated. So we took scuba diving and racquetball. And then, not at the same time, but
scuba racquetball.
Exactly.
There you go.
And so Ponce de Leon Springs is where I got certified, and then I dove in Acapulco, the Bahamas, lots of crazy places.
What's the visibility of a Mississippi lake?
Not good.
But that's pretty bad. Yeah.
It's dark.
A reminder that we are going to be going to phones, both me and Billy together answering phones if we get calls. So that is the phone number. So once again, make note of the phone number. I'll leave it on the screen for just a second here. So when you're not eating bacon, what do you like to eat?
Wow, I love a great steak or a great burger. I like a big salad. When I'm at home, I like to make a big salad like crazy. Like what can I get rid of in the refrigerator salad?
Okay.
Okay. And, but I love a steak. I like a bone-in porterhouse, big, fat, thick steak. Nothing but salt and pepper, real butter, tarragon, thyme and rosemary. Not tarragon. I don't know why I even said that, but thyme and rosemary. I like to go to restaurants to try what they say they're famous for.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any restaurateurs that you personally admire, that you like the way they handle things?
Locally or anywhere? Panini Pete, of course. I've been a fan of his for a long time. Doug at the Dragonfly. I love his tacos. I've been eating that duck taco since the day he opened.
Did you say duck taco?
Oh, he has a duck taco that's just outstanding. When I go to Pensacola, I like to go to Jackson's Steakhouse to see what Chef Irv's doing with oysters. Char, great little restaurant out at the old tennis club outside of Fairhope. I love to go there and get a steak. There's quite a few places I like to go. I like to go to places where I find my bacon, like the Grand Hotel.
Okay.
I love to go in there and the servers have fun and they laugh with me and talk about how my bacon's on the menu, and then they start introducing me to people and want to ask bacon questions, and that's always fun.
So, was there any trouble during the pandemic in keeping the bacon going?
We did. We had issues with packaging. We had issues with bellies at one point, but then when the restaurant got really weird where we could only do to-go, the bacon thing online went nuts. We work with a company called Gourmet, and our orders quadrupled, and they haven't slowed down.
Wow. Okay.
It's been
your orders quadrupled. That's good. I want to remind you that coming up later, our musical guest is Sock. Woo! That is coming up later. And yes, Sock Cop is approved.
Yes, please.
By Scotty White. Now, the phone lines are opening up now. So if you are ready to call in to me and Billy, make the calls now. There is the phone number. By the way, the phone's made possible by Wendy Lynn Norris and Mary McBride Schmidt. We took so long off that our phone lines were shut down, and we had to have those donors pay to get our phone lines cut back on. So thank you to those ladies for cutting on our phones.
Thank you very much. It was very expensive.
And yes, I'm a little old-fashioned. As a male, I am embarrassed that a bunch of ladies had to pay for my phone bill. Also, this segment brought to you by Container Yard. That's where we do the show. Downtown office space and co-working starting at $3.99 a day. This is where creativity and commerce meets. Everybody that comes here compliments this space, the Container Yard. Was this your first time here?
I'm very much complimentary of this space. Yeah.
Woo, yes.
I love it.
Yes, very good. So more info at containeryardworks.com, containeryardworks.com. So the phone lines are open. There's the number. Do we have any calls?
One.
We do. We have a call.
A call.
All right. Well, you know what? We're going to be grateful for the call.
And I will say the online audience cannot see how packed the house is, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. A lot of our callers are in the house right now. So.
We did have some late arrivals. So let's go to our one caller for Bill E. Hello, caller. Yes.
I'm Henry, LD.
LD, the Mad Trucker. The Mad Trucker is calling in.
Hey, look, I want to come over there and eat at that restaurant, but I'm afraid that if your fat mama gets there, there'll be nothing to eat.
Leave my mama out of this, you freak! How dare you attack my mother?
Damn it, LD. Milk
She's regular sized.
We had one call, and it was like 30 seconds. He could have milked that a lot longer.
No, we don't want him to call.
Oh, we got one.
We don't want calls that attack my family
know he's
to be
gonna call
milked.
and make the fat mama joke. You know.
I don't know he's going to do that. Sometimes he makes sense. All right, do we have one other caller? Hello, caller. Hello, caller.
John McNeil.
What? What? Hello? What? All right, he hung up. So that's it.
That's it? That's it?
That's it.
Oh, we got two. We got two more calls.
All right, let's go back to the phones. Hello, caller.
Good evening.
Norman! Hey, Norman! Thank you, Norman.
Look, I tell you, I'm enjoying the show. Any time that you spend time on air talking about bacon, you got my attention.
All right, well, good. Here we are.
Good. And Mr. Billy, I enjoy it. You're an entertaining guest, and it's fascinating. Now, where in Mobile can you get your bacon?
Well, that is a great question. Some of the Piggly Wigglies carry it, some Rouses, some Greers, some Winn-Dixies. Hoping to be in quite a few others. It's just most of it all goes through some distributors right now, so that's about where I am right now in Mobile.
Well, good. I'll have to try it. I haven't tried it yet, because bacon is a versatile food. I mean, it can be a main course, or a garnish, or a snack, or a dessert, or whatever.
You're right. It's the duct tape of food.
Well said.
Yes. Yes.
That's a good analogy. Duct tape of food. Well, anyhow, I'm enjoying the show. Y'all have a good evening.
You come over and visit sometime. I'll give you a little tour.
I'll be glad to.
All righty.
Well, Norman, thank you. Thank you for your phone call, Norman. All right, there you go. All right, before we go back to the next phone calls, all right, so you've created a work of art, bacon.
I would think so.
So do you get annoyed if somebody takes it and wraps it around a cheap hot dog or something?
Not at all.
Oh, not at all?
Yeah, man, put it where it belongs. And it belongs a little bit, it doesn't belong in every restaurant. It doesn't belong in every grocery store. But if you're making a recipe and it requires bacon, I hope you're going to use mine.
All right, so you don't mind when it's whatever it's wrapped around, you don't care?
Well, I'll give you an example. You take your kids down to the beach and you're at the condo and you're having a good time and all the kids get up and they just want to eat and hit the beach. Put the grocery store bacon out there. Let them, they don't care. Let them eat the grocery store bacon, let them go down to the beach and do their thing, then break out Billy's adult bacon. Yeah.
Billy's adult bacon. Now,
That's right.
I don't know if I like the sound of that branding.
I'm just saying, serve it to those that appreciate it.
Well, I understand. I would, instead of calling it Billy's adult bacon, could we call it Billy's mature bacon?
We can do that, yes.
And that way, huh? Well, I don't want X-rated bacon. Adult bacon. Yes, of course.
A baby skull on top of her.
Yeah. It's a different kind of strip club.
All right. So well, I don't know who's serving Leanna, but she's been overserved. All right. Do we have any callers left for the call segment? All right. Well, let's go back to the phones. Hello, caller.
Huh? Oh, yeah. That'd be great.
Hello, caller.
Uncle Henry.
Yes, sir.
Uncle Henry.
Yes.
Bama Big Man.
Bama Big Man. Hey, Bama Big Man.
How y'all doing tonight?
I think we're doing good. Billy, you having a good time?
I'm having a blast.
Great.
Well, I wanted to talk to Billy a second. Billy, first time I had some of your bacon, we were doing a demo over, I think it might have been Little Fries, but fresh produce over on Ocean Road.
Yeah.
We were doing a demo.
I remember that. You had
that was
yeah.
Thank you. But restaurant, great burgers over there too, man. Get some good stuff over there.
All right, hold on, Bama Big Man. His call is breaking up, and my mind is not filling in the blanks.
That's not on our side. That's on
Okay.
his side. Lot Road has got a very...
Yeah, Bama Big Man is calling in from Lot Road, and he's got all these medications he's on.
Right.
What were you saying, Bama Big Man? There you go. What were you doing?
I just want to Max Produce, and I
All right, we
did a
can't.
demo.
Bama, big man, can you just drive here? We can't understand what you're saying.
I'm ready.
All right, hang up on Bama, big man.
Wait. I got
We
something.
can't hear him.
I want to tell him
We
something.
can't hear him.
We've always said,
What are you doing? We couldn't hear the guy.
we've always said Lot Road that far out has transmission problems with cell towers.
Well,
We know how far out.
let me give a good message to Bama Big Man, because I remember you. You had a bushel of greens in your hand and 6 fresh tomatoes, and you picked up my pack of bacon. You said, "Is this the best bacon out there?" And I said, "Of course it is." And now you're calling. So I think we're doing things right.
All right.
Thank you, Bama Big Man. Yeah, I hope to see you again soon.
Yes, Bama, big man, get well soon and do something about, get a landline. All right, do we have another caller? Hello, caller. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hey, yeah, my name's Tom, and my wife Debbie and myself have been here 3 years, and Billy's has become our favorite place to eat a couple times a month.
Thank you.
Can't say it. Yeah, we can't say enough good about the staff or the food. It's just an incredible place.
Thank you, Tom. That means a lot.
Fantastic.
Where did you come from?
Montana.
Wow.
Wow.
Man, that's outstanding.
Come to the south.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we enjoy the food there. Anyway, you guys have a good night.
All right, well, thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Montana Tom.
I like it.
All right, do we have another call? Yes. Let's go to the phones. Hello, caller.
Hello, Uncle Henry.
Hello there.
It's Scotty White from ScottyWhite.com.
Scotty White at ScottyWhite.com. What's going on, Scotty White?
Yes, please.
Just keeping busy, podcasting, and running a toy store.
Well, good for you. Good for you.
I look forward to giving my approval to Billy's Bacon.
Wow.
Okay. You already did.
I'll do it again.
You.
My question is how best is it to prepare your bacon?
You know, I love that
Is
question.
it oven baked or fried or grilled?
Please.
Yeah, definitely. So if I'm cooking for just me and a couple of people at the house, I'm going to do it in a skillet at about a medium temperature, and I'm just going to cook it gently and definitely turn the heat off before it's done because it's going to finish cooking on its own. If I've got 8, 10 more people at the house, I'm going to use a pan in the oven at about 350 degrees, a convection oven if you can to keep that, and I'd like to put it on a wire rack so the heat goes around it. I set it for 10 minutes. And then I'll look at it, and then I set a timer every minute after that because you definitely don't want to overcook it. I love cast iron when I can. Always makes a big difference. Does that help? Now, if you get the
Sounds delicious.
yeah, if you get the unsliced, you'll usually find it at stores next to the beef tenderloins. I say just put that on the grill right next to your steaks, or if you really want to have some fun, confit it. Put it in a pan, cover it in its own fat, and slow roast it in the oven at about 225 degrees for 4 hours. Put it in the refrigerator overnight, and that's where the magic happens, and then you'll love it.
Well, that just sounds great. I can't wait to try that.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Pardon me for a moment, but Billy, that was mesmerizing.
Thank you.
You mesmerized me by talking about how to prepare bacon. Man. All right, well, anyway. Anything else, Scotty White? That was a great question.
My favorite question.
Oh, we lost Scotty White.
All right.
Scotty, it wasn't me this time. But thank you for calling. Do we have any other callers? Hello, caller.
I know that guy.
Hang up on the pig. All right, do we have a human caller?
I think I cured that guy this morning.
Well, he sounds pretty good for being cured.
Sounds pretty sick, actually.
Hello, caller. Hang up on that guy. Hang up on it. Hang up on it. All right.
Joe's finger slip.
Right. The guy that runs the phones, Joe, God bless him. He's a wonderful, kind man, but his fingers are the size of sausages. They really are. And the crazy thing about it is he's an expert guitar player, even though his fingers are gigantic. Cumbersome, club-like. All right, do we have any other phone calls?
Hey, hello. Hey, Scotty. It's Cassidy. I'm outside stalking the show.
All right.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Would you ever consider making a product that wasn't bacon, that tastes like bacon, for people like me who don't eat bacon or pork because of religious purposes or dietary purposes? Would you ever make like a bacon tofu?
It sounds like you might fall in that category that starts with a V. What I like to tell folks
No.
Religious.
It's religious purposes.
I like meat. I just don't eat bacon for religious purposes, and there's really a huge market for that. There's a lot of people that do not eat bacon for religious purposes. There's a huge market.
There is a huge market, and I've been approached by several people that want to buy the flavor that my bacon makes.
Wow.
And they want to infuse that into the tofu and several other things. But if you were a vegetarian, I would like to tell you that pigs are too. And yeah, and I think where you're going with that makes total sense. And I do hope to do some fun things with that soon, but at this moment, I'm not there yet.
Interesting.
Oh,
So I promise when you create that product, I will be the first one to buy it.
Outstanding. Well,
Fantastic.
yeah.
All right, thank you.
Great call.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye. Now, before we move on, if there are any other calls, several people have approached you wanting the flavor.
They do.
How
yeah.
would they use it?
Well, there's a guy that's possibly going to add it to his bourbon.
Ooh. There might be Bill E.'s bourbon.
Bourbon.
It's a very good possibility that that's going to happen soon.
Okay. Why don't you wait to tell us?
Awesome.
One of my ideas, I'm waiting on someone to help me with, is that I would like a tissue that smells like bacon.
Wait, to wipe your nose?
Yeah, when you go to sneeze, why not have the tissue that smells like bacon? Or why not have a little aroma that sprays when you open the door to go into a business that smells like bacon?
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there other foods that you could put that flavoring in, like a cheese or something like that?
All day long.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Is that something you think about?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think about it a lot.
Okay, well, good. Because now I'm thinking about it. All right, do we have any other calls? Let's go back to the phones. Hello, caller. Hello? Hello?
Why would you want to?
Hello? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
All right, hang up on whoever this is. They must have passed out or something. They made the call and then they passed out.
Yeah.
All right, how many more calls? 2 more calls.
2 more calls.
We have to move the sock hop at some point. I mean, this is amazing. And talking about bacon's hard to stop.
It is hard to stop. All right, let's go back to, let's take these final calls. Hello, caller.
It's that guy's cousin.
What is that? Shanna Brooke, what are you doing? You're getting back at me for describing your fingers, aren't you? I apologize for being so dadgum accurate in my description of your fingers, Joe. Do we have a final call? Hello, caller.
Say something.
Say
I have a
something.
question for you. I have a question.
Yes.
What planet has gas?
What did she say?
Something about having gas.
Hang up on these kids. Look, where are your parents?
If you're going to prank call, practice first.
Hey, call back and tell Joe the name of the bar your parents are in right now. Because we're going to go get them.
The bar police.
All right, look, we're done with the phone calls. Thank you for calling. All right, so Bill E., if people want to find your bacon, it might be a good idea to call the local grocery stores and see where they are, because they're in the Greers, they're in all the different places. They just need to ask where. Yes, Johnny Gwen?
Can I ask Dan, the sound man, a question?
Yeah.
Dan, is the handheld available? Here we go. A new thing. Remember Phil Donahue and the Sally Jesse Raphael show?
Yeah.
We have questions from the audience.
Oh, wow. Okay. Is there going to be a camera on?
No, well, maybe. I don't know.
No.
Dan's got one, maybe.
All right, wait. All right, who is this? Well, all right, audience member, what's your question?
It's David Calamari. Hey, Billy.
Hey, Calamari.
Yeah.
What restaurants?
Show the audience. There you show the audience.
Wow.
There you go. Thank you, Dan.
There we go. Look at that.
Yes, Calamari.
So we ask what restaurants are serving his bacon over.
Oh, what restaurants? You mentioned the Grand Hotel.
Yeah. There are really more than I can even list. All up and down Dolphin Street, all over Pensacola. Noble South, of course. They were one of my original clients. Bob's Downtown Diner, of course. Oh, my gosh. Over in New Orleans, there's several. Over Atlanta, there's several. We're shipping it to every state once a week. We hit all 50 states every week now.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
Awesome. And then since I'm not delivering personally anymore, it's going through distribution. I don't even know who all's getting it right now, but it's somewhere around 500 restaurants.
Wow. Unbelievable.
All right, you don't have the mic. All right.
Anybody else want a question?
All right. Can we show the audience again, Dan? All right. Now, this man actually has Bill E's in his beard right now. Yes, sir.
So where's the free samples at?
That's a good question.
See me after the show.
All right. Any other audience
Anybody
questions?
else? Ben Griffith? Shorty G, you don't have anything? I have one.
Wait, is there any other audience question? Put your arm up.
Oh, Ron Reams has one.
Of course.
Okay, Billy, when you're cooking the bacon.
You're going off camera. Come on, back.
When you're cooking.
Help, Ron.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Fantastic.
Over here. When you're cooking the bacon, do you start off with a cold pan and bring the heat up?
What a great
question. Just put it in a heat.
Ron Reams!
What a great question. What a great question. If it's going in the oven, it's going to go in a cold pan. If I'm doing it in a skillet, I'd like to bring that skillet up to temp first. But it also depends on how quick I can get it in there. If I'm kind of, trying to pull it out of the fridge or the freezer or whatever. I typically start with a pan at about 225.
I had seen different opinions on it on YouTube, and I didn't know which one would be the best, but I'm going to depend on
There's a whole lot of, you'll see people add water to bacon to keep it from, to get it crispier and not to splatter. You'll see a million different things. Just call me. My phone rings all the time with people asking me bacon questions. It's the greatest thing in the world. My cell phone's on everywhere. I mean, it's all over the place.
Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
He is the bacon whisperer.
Oh, yeah.
Bill E. All right, well, Bill E., we call local one. Yes? Could we show the audience camera again,
We can.
Dan?
Maybe.
There, thank you, Dan.
So, Bill E., we talked about this earlier before. Supply chain issues that are going on in the world. Have you been having supply chain issues, and what issues are you having in your business right now?
Just about everything I buy costs more, and I don't mean a little bit more. Also, with the restaurant, you'll order 100 pieces on a truck, you're lucky to get 90, 95 of them, and the rest you're just like, whatever. And if you're ordering X on the truck, it could be 3 different versions of that, so you just kind of got to get what you take. It's just really bizarre right now, and even parts for your equipment, when your fryer goes down, you just can't get it fixed overnight like you used to. Things are weird. There's no other way to put it. And
I'm glad you're in the center of an agricultural world in Baldwin County over there.
Yeah.
You can source things like
Yeah.
next door to you, probably.
But owners talk to each other different now. Whereas before, when you would give somebody an excuse, you're like, yeah, whatever, I'll just go somewhere else. There is nowhere else. You know, if the guy makes something and you want it, you've got to be patient. And it's interesting. And you got to really love doing business to survive what's going on right now.
All right, well, we are out of time in this interview. It has been a great pleasure. The restaurant is on 181, not too far from the Walmart in Fairhope. That's right. So you'll easily find, if you can find that giant Walmart, you can find Bill E's. You will not be disappointed. As I mentioned, I eat a wedge of lettuce there and love it. So that is Bill E's on the Eastern Shore, and of course the bacon wherever you can find it in the grocery stores. Billy, thank you so much for being on the program.
I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Hey,
all right.
We have parting gifts.
Oh, we have parting gifts for Bill E.
Oh, wow.
We do. There's one behind you right there, behind the Wheel of Fortune game show. See the
bacon
a
knives.
knife set, yes.
Some people call these steak knives. I call them bacon knives.
There you go. And a bottle of single malt Scotch.
You must have known me in 1997. Thank you. Cheers. Bacon knives and scotch.
And one last thing. I'm sorry.
One last thing. Wow.
Look, I'm trying to get rid of the stuff from last.
Wait, there's more.
We didn't give Bob Grip this stuff.
From our childhood. Remember these?
Candy cigarettes. Candy cigarettes.
Yes. This is too much.
I agree.
And here's something for you. A couple of T-shirts and an apron.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Very nice.
Pound of bacon and some stickers.
Thank you.
And I have had a blast.
Well, thank you, Bill E. There he goes. Woo! Bill E. Now, coming up, we're going to close out the program with our musical guest, Sock Cop, but we need to move things around on the set.
Yes.
So that Sock Cop can perform. So if those are watching at home or wherever you're watching, it's going to take us 2 or 3 minutes. So please stick with us. We'll be back as soon as we can here on Friday Night with Uncle Henry.
You made the switch yet?
All right, we're back. Are the microphones on and all that good stuff?
Are we on?
All right, I guess they are. The microphones are on.
That sounds good.
Welcome to the Uncle Henry Friday Night with Uncle Henry Sock Cop.
Hey, how's it going, my friend? Yes, indeed. Good to see you again. I'm happy to be back, but I'm more happy that you are back, my friend.
Well, thank you, Sock Cop. I back the blue and always appreciate doing a program like this with a respected member of the law enforcement community in our country.
Oh, I appreciate that. I love the support.
Now, Sock Cop, we've recently had a wave of violent crime here in Mobile.
Mm-hmm.
Has this affected your ability to police?
Well, you know, it's been kind of interesting because I don't really work so much in the violent crime area. I'm not really built for that. I more stop the speeders. But there has been an increase of speeder activity.
Oh, there has?
Yes, indeed. Because, everybody knows that speeding is a gateway crime. So you let people get away with speeding, and then next thing you know, then they're like, hey, you know what? I got away with speeding. I bet I could get away with a little murdering, too. Let's do that. So, it's, I'll try to nip it in the bud, as our good pal Barney Fife used to say.
Now, before you perform music for us, there are a lot of people that believe that they can go, if the speed limit is 35, that they can go 45, that they have a 10-mile-per-hour cushion before an officer will write them a speeding ticket.
Yeah, that's true.
Does that hold true? If the speed limit's 35 and I drive like 44 miles per hour, do I get to go by you, no ticket?
No, that is untrue. You said some people believe that, which is true. Some people also believe in the fairies and leprechauns. People can believe whatever they would like to believe, but the law is black and white right there on the page. You can look it up. It's in books. It says right there. So the speed limit is, if it's 35, then once you hit 36, whammos, woos, you're going to see those lights, and there's Sock Cop giving you a ticket.
Now, if the speed limit's 35 and I'm driving 36, would you write me a speeding ticket?
Well, let me see. We're going to do let's do a simple math problem here.
Okay.
So the speed limit you say is 35?
That is correct.
Okay, and you were driving, what'd you say, 36?
Yes.
Okay, let me take a look and see. Let me look at my math scale here real quick. 35. No, 36 is higher than 35, so yes, you get a ticket.
Really? I get a ticket for going 36?
Yes, 100%.
Now, some people would call that a chicken poop ticket.
Well, would they really?
Yes, they would.
That's interesting. Well, I mean,
they would say that's a chicken poop ticket. They'd use different language. But that's the way I would say it because I care about language in our country.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate you.
But you would still write the ticket 1 mile over the speed limit.
Yeah, 100%. If you want to give it a pet name, if that makes you feel better, that's fine. If you want to call it a chicken or a moose or a cow, I don't care what you call it. You're still going to have to pay that ticket. If it makes you feel better while you head off to court and pay the thing, whatever makes you feel better, that's fine.
All right. What if it were me, Uncle Henry, driving 36 and a 35, and you pull me over and you see it's me? You've been on this show several times. Would you say, you know what? I'm going to let you off with a warning because you're my friend, Uncle Henry. Would that happen?
Oh, you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
No.
Yes, I'm serious.
I'm sorry. I thought you was doing one of them comedy bits.
No, I don't do comedy bits.
No,
come on.
No. What I would do is, if it was you, as opposed to just some Joe Schmo that I'm pulling over, there would be a tinge of disappointment. But other than that, the ticket still writes the same. Still writes the same.
What if there was an extenuating circumstance? Let's say that Bill E. of Bill E's Bacon is driving 36 and a 35, and when you pull him over, he says, if I don't get to my restaurant, the bacon will spoil. I've got to go save this particular batch of bacon, and if I don't save it, it will devastate me financially.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Would you let him off with a warning?
Well, first of all, I got to say, that's a very dangerous situation. Yes. I don't like that. That's very volatile.
Yes.
A lot of moving parts there.
Yes.
But no, he would most definitely get a ticket for that.
What do you mean?
Because the man is an expert in bacon. He knows when the bacon's going to spoil. If it's going to spoil, you got to leave earlier.
Well, now, I know there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of confusion in the country right now about what a woman is, what a man is. Now, Sock Cop, are you a male? Are you a man?
Legally, yes, I am a male. I am
All
a
right.
male. Yeah.
Well, then, if you pulled over a gorgeous, beautiful woman
Oh, yeah.
driving a Corvette,
Oh, yeah.
and she was going 36 and a 35,
Right.
would you allow her beautiful feminine powers to sway you from writing the ticket? Would you let her off with a warning due to her beauty as a female and her effect on your masculinity?
Well, you know, I got to tell you, Sock Cop does love a beautiful woman. I love a beautiful woman. Nothing wrong with a beautiful woman. But you know what? You know what can make a beautiful woman hideous?
What?
Being a speeder.
What? Come on now.
As soon as you could be Cindy Crawford or whoever the current, attractive person is. I'm not sure.
The current attractive person?
Yeah, whoever it is, I'm not sure.
Wonder Woman, whatever her name is. Gal Gadot.
Yep, Gal Gadot. You could be Gal Gadot, and I could be, if I saw you maybe, in the store or something like that, just around, I'd be like, hey, look at this Gal Gadot, good-looking lady, how you doing? But then as soon as you turn to like a speed, it's sort of like, some people call them beer goggles.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have a few drinks and be like, hey, that person is actually pretty good looking all of a sudden. It's like the opposite of beer goggles once you start speaking.
Really?
Yeah. Then you see who they really are. You see the evil soul seeping out of them.
All right. Okay, look, I've got a lot. We're running over, and which we always do, and we want to get to the music, but I've got to ask one last question about this.
Okay.
So let's say you're patrolling for speeders, and you see somebody that's driving like 5 miles over the speed limit, and you pull them over, and it turns out that it's Mobile County Sheriff Sam Cockring.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
It's Sam Cockring.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Would you extend him personal courtesy and let him off with a warning because he's a fellow law enforcement officer?
Well, I would, in that case, I would extend a little personal courtesy in which I would say, sir, here is your ticket. That's what I would say to it. I would extend my courtesy to it.
This is...
Yes, 100%.
You know what? This is almost like what if Jeff Sessions were a cop? It is. You don't let anybody off, do you?
No, not at all. No. I mean,
all right. Well, look, we're running really late. What kind of musical performance will you have for us?
Well, I'm not sure. I got some bongos here.
Yeah.
And I got some harmonicas that I could play. May do that. And I've been thinking a lot about bacon, so maybe we'll do a little bit about bacon.
All right. Well, I'm going to step aside here so that you can perform, ladies and gentlemen, and whatever else you might be. Here's Sock Cop.
Hey, everybody. Oh, my goodness gracious. Yes, indeed. What a day it's been. What a day it's been. The great return of Uncle Henry. Round of applause for Uncle Henry. Yes, indeed. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. Oh, it's a beautiful thing.
Can I help you a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. You're good. You're good.
What?
You're good.
What did I do?
You're good now. You're good.
Oh, my glasses was cattywampus?
Yeah, you're good now.
Know what happens sometimes. Let me test out these old bongos right quick there. Make sure we get a sound test. Can you hear the bongos? I don't think we can hear the bongos, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. I don't need them. I don't need them to have sound for it to sound good. You see what I'm saying? It's all about the spirit of the thing. And I've been thinking a whole lot about bacon, ladies and gentlemen. I've been thinking a whole lot about bacon. And bacon is one of those magical foods that you can do pretty much anything with. You can wrap it around things. You can just eat it, not raw, but you could just eat it on a thing. That'd be fine. Whatever you want to do with it. It is a magical thing. So I would like to sing a little song about bacon. Hold, please. Let me get my mouth organ. Hold on. There we go. A little harmonica. We're going to do a little bacon blues. Bacon blues for you. Here it goes. Oh, it's bacon. It tastes so good. Oh, that bacon. Just like I knew it would. Oh, my goodness, that bacon. Oh, it's in strips. To get that Billy's bacon, I would take such a long trip. Thank you so much. Happy was a fantastic night. Whoops, daisies. Happy to have you back, Uncle Henry's. Welcome. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate that.
Wait, we're not done.
Oh, we're not done?
Well, you don't play the bongos. I think we should an encore. We need an encore.
Oh, an encore? Oh,
Can you give us an encore?
I can try.
Can you now, Sock
Wait, hold on. I dropped my bongo machine.
Oh.
So hold on. Let me see if I can get. Hold, please. Let me see if I get the bongo machine going. Is the bongo machine working?
I don't think it's working.
I don't think it's working. That's all right. That's okay. You know what I do? I sacrifice for my art.
Can you freeform?
Sacrifice for my art. Yeah, I can do that. You know what? I actually.
Wait, can we bring on Brent Amaker to play the bongos for you?
I could do that. Yeah.
Brent Amaker?
Yeah, you want to play the bongos?
Brent Amaker, where are you? Just play a little beat here. Come on. Come on. Come play a beat. Come on, Brent. Come on.
All right. Yes, indeed.
So go stand on inside, please. Give me a little accompaniment if you don't mind. Which way do we go? Inside. I don't think outside.
Brent Amaker, local artist, Mardi Gras float designer.
Yes, indeed he is. Oh, it's good to see you. Thank you so much, my friend.
The lights are bright.
They are bright.
It's TV production. You don't worry about it.
All right. That's just the way that it goes. I want to think.
Well, what kind of beat do we want?
Well, we just, just a little bit, whatever you feel in your soul, Brent. Whatever you feel in your soul is totally fine. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've talked a lot about the majestic pig this evening, one of my favorite animals. I'm a big animal person. I do love a pig. But also, I would like to talk to you a minute about my friend the crow. The crow is one of the smartest animals that there is. And when I learned that I was going to be a musical guest on the show tonight, I thought, hey, why don't I get a crow to write me a little song? They're one of the smartest birds. So I found one of my good buddies that happens to be a crow. And I said, hey, could you write me a song? And it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Yeah, get that beat going. Get it going, Brent. Do it too. Here we go. Big finish.
Yeah!
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Brent. Oh, my goodness. I had no idea you were so good at the bongo.
Brent Amaker.
Oh, my goodness.
Amaker.
Beautiful.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Brent.
Yes. Woo!
Yes. Thank you, Brent.
So very welcome.
Most valuable player, Sock Cop, thank you.
Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed.
Yes, thank you to, of course, we want to thank Bill E. for being here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bill E. Thank you, Sock Cop.
Woo!
And also want to thank Johnny Gwynn did all the hard work to put this together. Give Johnny a hand. He did all of this. Thank you, Johnny. Also, thank you to everyone that watched, that called, that came here. Thank you. You folks that showed up, what an honor it is to have you come out of your homes and come down here for this garbage. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. And the Container Boys are our emotional support animals.
Yes!
Thank you to Dan and Joe Shannabrook. Woo! We are done. Thank you for watching. In the show, please, Johnny.